one of these episodes, little threads, less than 15 minutes to talk fantasy football lab, talk about fantasy sports. This doesn't even work. So glad you're on. Wanted to talk with you primarily about the Jets. Let's talk a little bit about real life. So what have you been seeing? What do you like about your team week 1 to 4?
Uh, so the San Fran game, obviously, it was a preseason game. We weren't ready. These guys hadn't played together at all during the preseason. So the first few weeks are a little bit tough.
Yeah,
Especially when you got a lot of veterans on the team, A-Rod, Ron Smith, the right tackle from Baltimore, Morgan Moses,
yeah,
John Simpson. You got a lot of veterans on the line that didn't play in the preseason. A-Rod didn't play in the preseason. So the real live game experience obviously is different in the practice field. So this was their first time doing it. But the real problem was the defense. The defense didn't show up at all against San Fran.
yeah,
That's okay. First game, we were expecting to lose that game anyway. San Fran's a good team,
yeah.
NFC champions. So expected, right? Then you go into week two, get a decent win. Week three, get a really good win on short rest. Patriots team, division game, always tough. Throughout the records, throughout the quarterback, throughout the coach, it's always a tough game, right?
Hmm.
So that to me was wow. Okay, this team could be good. And then I didn't get to watch this last week's game against Denver, but to come out and lay an egg offensively, 9 points. Um,
It was wet. It was like dreary. Not good conditions. Denver, their defense might be a little bit better than we thought they were.
yeah,
Their offense is terrible, like we thought they were.
yeah,
The quarterbacks so far nothing, right? Like 60 yards passing that game. The defense, they're warm. They're off of the preseason jitter, right? And they're back to normal. The offense is back to normal again as well, like just stinking. Um, no dynamic plays. No running game. They only use Brees Hall like on like 10 carries, from what I recall. Um, I like Braylon Allen. I don't know if they're using them the right way or using them enough.
mhm,
So, and the offensive coordinator, he sucks. He's pretty bad.
yeah,
So it's pretty much Aaron Rodgers is the offensive coordinator, and
yeah.
I guess he just had an off game of coordinating. I, like Garrett Wilson, first quarter fumbled, and then after that, he was just like no confidence, and it was just downhill from there. Like they got to feed Garrett Wilson the ball, like the Giants are feeding neighbors, like
Yeah,
they force feeding. I talk about it all the time. You got to force feed your playmakers. Offensive coordinator, everybody has to put things in place, some screens, hand the ball off to them. Like CeeDee Lamb, like they overfeed CeeDee Lamb. Um,
mhm,
he had like 180 targets last year. So like that's what they need to do with Garrett Wilson. Other thing I'm thinking about, definitely should have won the game against the Broncos. Now they got the Vikings in London. It's another morning game, so they have a lot of tough days, Mondays, Thursdays, London in the morning. So they're making it's like a obstacle course for the Jets schedule.
yeah,
Uh, they just got to win the games that they're supposed to win, like last week. So
yep.
it is bad, but the schedule looks pretty easy. Like the Vikings, yeah, they're a little bit improved, but that could
Oh
be
no.
that's winnable. They've got our former friend Sam Darnold,
Mhm.
going for a revenge game. What do you think about Sam Darnold against the Jets?
He's looked impressive, but if our defense can play up to its potential, The way he played against New England, the way he played against Tennessee, he's gonna have a tough time, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, they don't have many playmakers, right? They have who's the receivers?
Um, the Vikings, they got Justin Jefferson, the Michael Jordan of NFL, Addison, Hawkinson's injured,
Mhm.
and Aaron Jones is doing really well this year. He's like a top six running back right now, Aaron Jones. But Aaron Jones is a little bit similar to me, Kamara. Starts off hot and then it just injuries or something and they fade away. So my stock on Aaron Jones isn't really that high. In a dynasty league, Sonny, your friend, tried to trade me Aaron Jones, and
Mhm.
on it, I got Kenny Walker instead of that deal. Um,
Mhm.
because Aaron Jones is old, and yeah, he's hot right now. But like I just said, he's just somebody that's going to get injured or fade away. And
So
it's usually the injuries. Right now, he's running back number 7, and I don't have the exact number of what he's averaging. He's averaging close to 20 points a game,
yeah.
but he's doing his thing.
So the key for the Jets is stop him, stop the run. You know, I don't think Sam's gonna beat us with our cornerbacks, right? If we put Sauce on JJ and stop the run, that should be the game plan. Now they talked about letting Sauce roam the field like the way Revis used to do.
Yeah.
Revis used to cover the number one receiver wherever he lined up. He lined up in the slot, I'm in the slot. You know, they talked about Sauce doing that this year, but I haven't seen him do it yet.
Uh huh. Yeah. With
So,
somebody like Justin Jefferson, um, I think it's advisable to stick with him the whole daggone game.
right.
Um, yeah, that's going to be. I never really even thought about that matchup. That should be a really, really nice matchup. The supposed best corner in the game against definitely the best receiver in the game.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch. I think JJ will get some. He's still gonna get some, but
They're going to
if
eat.
you can limit him to say 50, 60 instead of 100,
Yeah.
right? And that's a win, right? So we'll see. It's gonna be a test. They're 4-0. You know, the defense is playing lights out, Sam's playing lights out. But for the Jets, obviously the offense got to pick up to where they were against New England. Um, and the defense has to play up to their potential, up to their building, right?
Yeah.
We'll see what they can do. Obviously, losing Jermaine Johnson was a big blow.
How long is he out for?
He's out for the season, man, torn Achilles.
Oh.
Um,
Uh,
Will McDonald has stepped in and played. He's like number 2 in the NFL in sacks right now. He's got 5 sacks through 4 games.
McDonald. Oh, yeah. He
So
stepped Iowa State or something, right? Third
I
year.
think yeah, he's second year. I think teams are going to start to figure him out. He's just a speedy, bendy spin move. You know, he doesn't have much in the repertoire like where Jermaine has the speed, the power, the bull, everything, right?
Yeah.
Um, so losing Jermaine was a big loss. Now we have a guy sitting in the wings that can fill that void.
So speaking of the Jets again, right? We're stuck on it. What do you think about the job that the coach has done? Your fellow Egyptian friend Salah. What do you think?
First of all, he's Lebanese.
Oh, is he? He should have corrected me on my text message. Oh, or he was Egyptian.
No, he's Lebanese.
Close.
Uh, yeah, but
They speak Arabic, right?
yeah, they do. Yeah, yeah. But no, look, I love the guy. He's a great motivator,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's a great coach,
Yeah.
to be fair, right? He's a great motivator, gives great speeches. He'll get him going. He's a rah-rah guy.
Yeah.
But the X's and O's and plan and make adjustments, no.
Adjustments. Second half adjustments. I think that's what makes the good coaches good.
Yeah. They do it on the defensive side. So on the defensive side, they make second half adjustments. I've seen that quite often.
Yeah,
Teams move the ball on us first half, first half, first half, second half, we shut them down.
yeah,
And that was last year. This year, it hasn't happened so much.
yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I think it all the NFL is definitely offensive minded. You need offensive minded coaches. They have a bad OC right from the jump. Salah is a defensive coordinator from 49ers. They just need to go offense, offense, offense. Like just steal someone from the Rams or steal someone from San Francisco offensive coaching staff. Um,
Right.
Bay tree, Shanahan tree. That's it. That's what the Falcons did with Raheem Morris. They stole Rams coaches, not Raheem Morris, but the OC and things of the offensive side.
Yeah.
Um, that's what the Jets need to do. I don't think Salah lasts another year, especially if they don't make the playoffs. Um, so, what do you think about their next couple of games? So let's go game by game, and you tell me a win or a loss, and what do you think? Jets Vikings, win or a loss?
I think it's a toss up, to be honest.
Yeah,
Um, I'm gonna err on the side of caution. And it's like I can say it's a London game. It's a whole they just played on Thursday, or they played on Sunday rather. They had an early game in London. Again, the coaching, do they prepare well? No. So on that side of the ball, I think it's a loss. But then I think about it from the other way is A-Rod. He's gonna be pissed off about their performance offensively last week, right? So is he gonna come back and just light it up? If he does, then we win. If their defense contains our offense, then we lose. That's the bottom line.
yeah.
So
I
awesome.
I think they win. I think the Jets are overall going to be a good team, and I don't think they lose two in a row that often this year. I think it's a win. What do you think about Bills Jets the next week?
Sunday night, Bills have been good.
No, Monday. It's a Monday game. Monday.
Monday game. Oh yeah, Monday. I'm sorry. Yeah, Monday night, another prime time game. So we've got, you know, one, two, three, four prime time games in the first 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, it's difficult. Now Salah did something in the preseason or in the preseason to kind of prepare them for this. He didn't have a set schedule. Every week was different. Every day was different than the previous day. So he knew that going in that their schedule was crazy. So we kind of tried to emulate that. Today we have a morning practice. Tomorrow we got an afternoon practice. The next day we got a night practice. Like he tried to make things different rest days in between practices.
Yeah.
He tried to emulate our first half of the season by doing that to try and get them ready. Um, Buffalo's game is going to be hard. I think these next two games are going to be the fate of our season is going to lie in these next two games. To be honest, if
Hmm.
if we can get through these two games 1-1, um, then we'll make the playoffs.
Hmm.
Lose both,
So
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, the Bills. That's a loss. What do you think, Jets Steelers?
I think we can handle the Steelers.
Yeah, I
I
think
think our defense.
they're on a decline.
Yeah, yeah. They started off hot. I think we can get to the Steelers. No
Yeah,
problem.
they're gonna fizzle out.
Yeah.
Jets Patriots.
No, we're gonna mop the floor with them again.
Yeah, and
Second best,
this
same as the
was,
first.
this was the tough one. October 31st, the Texans.
That's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah,
They're they are a good team.
yeah,
D'Amico Ryan's a good coach.
yeah.
Uh,
49ers defensive coordinator again.
Defense is good. Offense is good. They got more playmakers now than they had last year. Um, yeah, that's gonna be a tough out. It depends on how we do. If we do, if we're riding momentum into that game, then we have a chance. If we're like one game we win, one game we lose, one game, if it's been like the first four games, then we don't have a chance. We need to improve to be able to win that game.
Yeah. What do you think about Jets Cardinals?
I think we can beat them. they're not there yet. Marvin Harrison had that one great game,
Yeah,
and then yeah, they're just not there yet. I
yeah.
think
That
all the rest of the games on the schedule are winnable.
Colts, Colts, easy one.
That, that's a W, yeah. They
Seahawks,
That's actually, I don't know, man. They're surprising. They're surprisingly better than I thought they were gonna be,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But
They're
again,
playing,
it's early. Say it again.
they're playing hard. Like they play good, like tough.
Right, exactly. So that's a home game. I say we beat them at home.
Dolphins,
Dolphins are not the same without Tua.
yeah.
That's a W.
The Jaguars,
They're just a bad team, man. What happened to them?
yeah.
Surprising.
What happened to them? Like, just no idea what happened to them.
Trevor Lawrence, the
I don't
savior.
know. I don't know. He's just maybe he's not focused. Um he's not he's not studying tape. He's maybe going out late at night. Maybe
Hmm.
got a new girlfriend. I don't know. Like his game's off.
Yeah. And I'm surprised because I like Peterson as a coach. Like I thought that was a great move for them, getting rid of Meyer and bringing in Peterson because you saw what Peterson did in Philly. He brought them to the promised land. So
Yeah,
I thought that was a great move. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna close out the book on them yet. I think their playoff hopes are done,
yeah,
but when they
yeah,
make some noise second half of the year, they could be a tough. They can put it together and try and claw their way back. They could be a tough team, so I'm not gonna count that as an easy W yet.
yeah. The Bills, the Texans, and the Bills. That seems to be the three tough games, and I think the Seahawks game
Yeah,
that might be that might be a toss up.
yeah, and I think this Minnesota game is gonna be a tough game too.
Yeah, it's far away. It's in London. It's in the morning. It's all set up for the Jets to lose.
Yeah.
Need to just run the ball. I think in the beginning of the game, they need to just settle down and just run the ball like three times in a row. Brees Hall, Allen, Brees Hall, throw some short stuff. Just some simple, just throw to the tight end on like a 5 yard out. Like just do some little short, simple stuff. Get some completions, get warm.
Hmm.
If they're not scoring points, just get warm because the Denver game, it just took them a little bit backwards. So
Hmm.
just got to string up some consecutive positive plays and get Brees Hall in some space. He can make big plays, but they got to stop running the ball right up the middle. Like do something on the outside, um, in space. That's what's been going on in the NFL lately. Get guys out wide, throw it in space,